Hey everybody, it's us again. Must be
Yeah.
must be Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock.
Tuesday morning trash talk every Tuesday.
It just seems like I always end up in front of this camera at
Oh,
that time. Got the got,
true.
got the coffee ready to go.
I don't have any. I'm out.
Uh-oh, that's a
Yeah.
downer.
I don't think I'm gonna make any more. I think you ever have those days where and I like coffee a lot, obviously. But you ever have those days where you drink a couple cups and you're like, man, I'm good. I just don't eat it.
I haven't gotten there yet.
No, I'm there today.
Really? And you're a big coffee drinker.
Yeah, I think I need to switch up what I'm doing. Maybe I'm burned out on the style I have right now.
Maybe switch to tea?
No,
No. Oh,
I
okay.
hate tea.
Oh, okay.
I've had some tea, like proper tea, and it's okay. And I've had some tea from some Indian tea, like how they do it over there, and that was interesting because it is a little like more like thicker coffee
Right,
milk.
right.
But no, I'm good on tea. I'm good. No, you know how it is. You get burned out in life, you get burned out on things, so you got to switch it up a little and so
Eh,
and all that, And I think a lot of people are burned out on stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, and probably, I guess one of the premier issues would probably be working. A lot of people get burned out in
Yeah,
their jobs,
yeah,
and
I
and
am.
and I mean, is that because you picked the wrong career or job to go into,
No,
or it could be management that causes you to burn out? I mean, what are some of the reasons that young people today? Because my son and my daughter on their resumes, probably I think they each have had like three employers in 20 or so years, which is
sure.
almost unheard of. There are other people that their resume 6 months here, a year and a half here,
Yeah, yeah. No,
so
I have a lot. I have a lot on my resume, and a lot of that came from the industry that I was in prior to where I'm in right now. You come from an unstable industry, there's nothing you can do about it,
yeah,
That's how you get trapped in that cycle until you break out. But yeah, I think burnout is a real thing. And it's not necessarily mean that you are at the wrong job or that you want to quit or that like look, I'm burned out of my job right now, like not burned out to the point that I'm angry. I'm not. I still enjoy going to work. I still love the people I work with.
yeah.
I love the company. But it's time for me to take a significant amount of time off soon.
It's a
Because I'm
physical
look
challenges that go along with the
Yeah,
job.
there's that, and then there's I we all have different breeds of how we work. I'm not saying I'm like the best, but I am. But I'm saying though, like I go hard. Like I I do. I don't believe in, you got 8 hours in a day that I'm trying to get something done. And if I got to do it, if I got to stay a little bit longer, come in a little bit earlier so that I can get it. It's not that the company's asking me to do it. It's what's best for business, you
Right.
know, and that's what I'm there for. I'm not going to sacrifice my son for my job. I'll never do that. But so because of that, I go hard. And when you're at a level like you're given 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, and you're given a 10, 7 days a week or 6 days a week, 5 days a week, and you keep doing that, you keep doing that, and your 2 days off that you have aren't exactly either A, back to back, or B, you're doing other stuff, it wears on you. And that's just
Yeah.
life. And the company I work for is very much like, hey, take your time, own your time. But I gotta tell you, I haven't had the vacation, like actual vacation time in well over a year, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and it's not even about going somewhere. It's I'm going to take this week off and I'm not coming in. Whether I choose to go anywhere is one thing. I ain't going to do it.
Right.
And just embrace it, go to the gym, go to the pool, maybe take a road trip. So I think we need that. And it's hard, but there's burnout with other things.
It's like recharging your batteries.
Yeah, man. And I'm burned out right now of going to the gym and I just got back into it. And I got to tell you, it's a struggle for me because I look at my time frame and I look at my day and I'm like, all right, if I'm going to go to the gym, let's say it's a day I don't have Luke, I'm going to go to the gym at 6. I'm going to spend an hour in the gym. whatever I do there, I'm going to spend an hour. That's my sweet spot.
Right.
I'm going to come back home at 7, take a shower, start my coffee, eat my breakfast. If I got to be to work at 8, well, that doesn't give me a large window to get ready and eat breakfast and have my coffee.
Yeah, but
So
you just said you're giving up your coffee, so you just got
yeah,
some
well,
extra time.
no, I didn't say I was giving up. Guys,
Oh,
rewind
oh.
the tape and say I said I was giving it up today. I don't want it
Oh,
today.
oh,
All
okay.
right, come on now. But that doesn't give you a long time. So then you got to get up earlier. So then you go to work. And then if I do have Luke, okay, my workout window is scattered all over the place. And so I'm burned out, but that's where like the discipline comes in. You just got to do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are some people that at least 5 days a week, their routine is like Xerox. It's just a carbon copy of the day before. But for like, in your instance, when you've got a kid to take care of, that can throw off that routine just enough that it becomes tedious, or you have to give up something today because of that. And where are you going to find the time to do that in the next couple of days?
And that's important. Like I will give up all my stuff for my time with my kid, as a parent should, but I do agree that parents do have, and adults, it doesn't matter if you're a parent or not, you do have to find that window to make time for yourself. So whether that's before they get up, whether that's, hey, buddy, and I've told Luke this, hey, man, you're going to have to go chill in your room for a little bit or chill out here and find something to do.
Right.
Because Daddy's got to get these 3 things done today. Whether that's, I've got to clean today because I don't have time. Whether that's, dinner's going to take longer. And he's fine. I mean, he's 6, almost 7. So he'll hang out in the living room with me and talk to me while I clean, or he'll help me clean, but again, that's doing stuff. That's not finding time for me. That's just doing more adult things.
Yeah. Do you think that sometimes the traveling aspect of somebody's life can also lead to some burnout? For instance, if somebody's got to drive an hour to work and that hour back from work, now you add that to an 8-hour day,
10 hours.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, it's taken a toll.
And you're not getting paid for that hour.
That's right. Yeah.
Honestly, I think the minute you step foot in the car, they should punch in. Because I mean, like you ain't going, like I wouldn't be going here unless it was my job. So, that's a different argument. But yeah, I think that happens. And I think you get burned out on things, like even things you love. Look, I got to record a podcast later. Okay. After this, I don't even want to do it. I don't want to do it. And I'm ahead. But the reason I do it is because I got to stay ahead. Because I want to have those moments where I'm going to go 2-3 weeks and not record. I need that, because if some of these people I talk to still that record every week, I think they're insane. Like that is brutal.
Well, you and I both have shows that have been running for multiple years.
Yeah.
And we find, and statistics will show, there's a lot of people that get into podcasting and they think, oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. And you talk about burnout after 6 months or 6 episodes.
True.
They're out of it. Yeah, it wasn't as much fun as I thought it was going to be. And you can't be successful unless you're consistent.
True, 100%.
And do it. If you start to see that, there's less people that are following me on a regular basis, maybe you modify, or you say, okay, I've done my thing, and go on to something else.
Yeah. I've had a decline in my show over the past couple episodes. Past month or 2, and it's definitely a decline in listeners. I can't figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, but then I notice, like, I'll come back and look at those episodes. Like, example, I did an episode like last month, just didn't really hit the way I thought it would. But then I came back like recently just to go look at the numbers, and then that episode had like tripled. So it's a discovery thing. I think we're also in summertime. Summertime's always my downtime. Like September through April is my sweet spot on my show. I feel like everybody's listening. But I got to tweak things out, and that can get discouraging too, and can cause you to get burned out. So you gotta adjust. I think that's the biggest thing, though. What you said is consistency. Like I know that going to the gym is going to suck tomorrow. It's going to suck. But if I don't start off, getting in that habit,
It
you're
affects
just
the
gonna
rest of the
you
day.
and then you're gonna get burned out. You're gonna start beating yourself up. And then yeah, so it's a cycle. So, but I think people get burned out a lot. Like, I'm a big wrestling fan. I mean, I know I'm 45, but I don't really watch it anymore because I've gone back to watch it. I'm like, I still like it. I still follow it, but I'm just not into it. I'm kind of like burned out. I can't even sit through. I'm just like, So it's not that I'm over it. I'm just burned out on what's going on with it.
And that's true of a lot of things. I mean, even in sports, people that follow sports on a regular basis, where they, used to every weekend they would be there to watch the game. Then maybe it was every other weekend, and then maybe occasionally when there was a big game coming up. But
Yeah.
and that may not qualify as burned out, but you're just burned out with that regular, weekly basis, just like people that eat something on a regular basis, have cereal every morning of their life. Eventually, you're going to burn out on that and either find I got to start having some eggs and bacon
Yeah.
and all anything in our lives. If you do it too much too
You
often,
get burned
you're,
out.
you're risking you're risking burnout.
And that's true. I mean, that happens with everybody. You brought up the food thing, and that's big with me. I try to keep it creative with Luke because you want to talk about kids getting burned out, man.
Yeah,
And they're picky anyway, and they'll tell you that. But for me, like, okay, I know I need this. I know I need to eat this because of the iron deficiency I have, and that also hasn't helped me feel real great lately either. So that's causing burnout.
yeah,
But um, so I got to eat this, and I'm like, I don't want to eat this every day. I don't. So then you got to go, oh, I got to switch it up. But then if you don't eat it, like, so you just, it's a balance. And I think it really just some things we have to accept as discipline, and we have to start to look at the warning signs of burnout. Are you feeling tired after a significant sleep? Are you mentally feel like you don't care? There was the other day at work, and I was definitely burnt out because I was into it and I was excited and we had an event and I was being positive, but I could just feel my head like people would ask me questions. I'm like, I don't even want to like, I don't want to answer. I don't want to do this right now.
yeah,
Like, I just let me be here. I got 3 more hours. So you got to like start to recognize those signs and do something to switch it up. Whether that's okay, when I get home, I know I got all this stuff to do, but I'm not going to do it. I'm gonna do if I have to do something off this list, I'm gonna
yeah.
pick that one thing and I'm gonna chill. I did that the other night. Came home, cooked dinner, vacuumed, emptied the litter box. By the time dinner was done, that was it. I got 2 things done. That's it. I sat, I ate, popped open my beer. Then on the second one, I went on the patio, popped open my second one, listened to music, and just chilled out. Tonight, I'm gonna pop open a bottle of wine I've been wanting to try for the last 3 months. And I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna soak it in, because I know what's coming tomorrow, and the next night and the next night.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, you mentioned earlier, it's been a long, long time since I've been raising kids and all, but you have a son that you're raising. How does raising a child affect your level of burnout?
Well, I don't think it's fair to kids for them to I don't want to say be victims, but be the result of our burnout, even though maybe intentionally, I don't care how much you love your kids, sometimes you just don't want to do the things that you have to do, you know. But I don't think they should be fair. I don't think they should feel that. So I always probably try to dig real deep into that energy level
Yeah,
or try to sway Luke into being like, man, your energy, like I'm good. I'm 45 and I can keep up, but bro, your energy's on a different level today. And I need to, so I'm like, all right, well, we don't exactly want to go play outside in 105 degrees. So we're not going to the pool today because he's not into that. What can I do in the house besides let's play a video game? What can I do in the house that is going to let me chill but still be active with the kid? So I try to come up with a lot of different things, don't get me wrong, we have those days where we are just battling it out with Nerf guns and wrestling. The house is chaotic. But I try to, take his energy level and be like, all right, can we do something with action figures that'll still get that energy level out? Like we're making a big war or we're building this castle and it's taking some time and getting them in a different mindset. Because I don't ever want him to feel like, well, dad's tired, so he's not
Yeah,
going to
you're
want to play.
disengaged.
I can't. And I've been
Yeah.
honest with them too. The other thing is I'm really honest with them. When I wasn't feeling great with the lightheadedness and stuff, hey, daddy's not feeling great, but I'm here, like let's play. But if you notice I need to like just take a minute or, and I'll tell him like, man, I'm really tired today, buddy. I don't have a lot of energy. Like if we're gonna go swimming, let's do it for like an hour and a half, like and try to at least be open so that he understands what's going on. So I'm not
Right.
just a disengaged parent. But man, sometimes you just power through coffee, water, good food, good rest. You power through into the days where, maybe he's at school or he goes and visits his mom and then you're like, okay.
Yeah, I think the alternative is there's a lot of parents that when they get to that burnout level, here, take your iPad and go
They
sit
do it all the
on
time.
the couch.
And you create more of a problem that way. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and I'm not saying I haven't been guilty of we went to a concert one night, and we got home late, and especially for little man, late for me, but late for little man. And so the next day, I mean, he was still tired after that, and we played some chess and we played some board games and stuff, but he was just like, Dad, I just want to be lazy today. And I'm like, me too. Cool. So maybe we play a little extra video games together, you
That's
know,
right. That's
you
right.
know, and then maybe we watch a movie or maybe we're watching some videos or maybe we go sit at the pool and just float for 45 minutes, Um, but I think if you start to just constantly go to the game, and especially with Luke, he's at that phase right now, where he's really obsessed with certain things. I've managed to balance it because, quite frankly, I think he plays a lot of iPad at his mom's house. So the last thing I want to do is have him do that here.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. The worst thing that can happen is if that
Yeah,
iPad becomes a babysitter at both
yeah.
places.
And then the biggest thing to me is, keeping that separation and balancing it. And it's easier when school is in session,
Yeah.
because I give them a time. You got an hour. Whether you choose to use 30 minutes now, 30, you got an hour. That's all she wrote, during the school days. And then we don't do it after 7 o'clock. So there's your window, buddy.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is like it's so easy, you don't want them to get hooked on that. And so now what I've been doing too is incorporating some school stuff, trying the best I can. We haven't read as much as we wanted to this summer, and that's on me. So I'm definitely gonna cut back on his, hang time on the iPad or PlayStation and incorporate, hey, it's reading time.
Yeah.
But
Or
that
or
also
the
can
yeah, or the PlayStation and iPad becomes the reward for
for doing
the
this.
reading
Like right
time.
now, I do it with him where, he's got to write every day. I need him to write 3 words and tell me what they are. And I need him to write them neat. And
Yeah.
then 3 letter, 4 letter, and then I'll have him read those words back to me, use them in a sentence and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. You make
But
a game out of it.
and then that's also that helps with our burnout of
Right.
parenting and his burnout of, you know, sometimes kids just want to do the same thing over again because they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So
Cool. Well, you got your shows you do every week, and you got work, and you got a kid, and you are probably at more of a level for having burnout than I do now because I've been through it. But even in retirement, there are times that I just get burned out from some of the things
Sure.
that I'm doing. And
I believe it.
yeah, it's common nature for all of us to have it. It's how you handle that burnout level that you may be approaching. And that's the key to it.
It's a big key. It is.
Yeah.
And I know I'm that way now. I can feel it. I think part of that also has to do with the heat too. The heat just makes you feel blah, you know?
Sure.
And then also I think it does have to do with on the mental level of burnout. Like you're thinking about stuff too much, so you're not getting the rest. And I'm still trying to balance all these stupid vitamin deficiency things that have popped up right when I turned 45 that I have no idea why. So that's making me tired. But hey, it's all good. Like
Yeah.
we push through. Like we push through. That's what we do.
You think you got issues at 45? Will you hit 75?
I know. But at least Luke will be older by then, so he can,
Then he can take care of you.
yeah, he can come pick me up,
Right. I've fallen and I can't get up. I'll be there.
like, hey buddy, like I want to go out, but I don't want to drive. You're driving,
Right. Well, you all go out and make it a good day, and I hope you don't suffer for any burnout. And if you do, drop us a line and let us know how you got through it.
Yeah, don't burn out on this show though, guys.
That's right. That's right. We'll catch you again next week. Go out and make it a good one. Bye.